Amstrad CPC means a lot to me. Will you come and see how I play Desi? If you're in love with retro gaming, come and join the board. And if you want a Friday foursome, watch him and you could. No bug.
Well, what have we got here? I mean, this was a bit of a surprise. Well, I acquired something very, very, very special, and I'm going to tell you the anecdote for it if you stick around. How you doing? No bug here. This pickup, I suppose, for want of a better phrase, is pretty amazing. It doesn't quite top the Amstrad Motherlode from a couple of years back, but my word, it's bloody up there. Basically, a chap came into work 3 days ago, and I was just serving him as usual. And we started talking about retro computers, and strangely enough, we were talking about the Dragon 32. And another customer came in, a regular customer, and he mentioned, you know, so we're talking about retro computers. I said, I've got one of those. I've got one of those retro game things that you talk about, one of these old computers from the 80s. I said, oh yeah. And he said, yeah, I've got this game on it because I'm really into trains. This is what he said. Not me. I'm not really into trains, but he's really into trains and stuff, train sets and whatnot. And he said, yeah, I've got this train game on it that I really like, and that's why I keep it because this game I've tried to get it copied several times, and the local college can't do anything. They can't copy it. They can't transfer it to PC and all this stuff. They obviously don't know about emulation and ROM rips and disk hacks and all that kind of stuff. They don't know anything about this, but that's kids for you. So I said, well, maybe I'll help you out. What is it? He says, I think it's an Amstrad. Really? Interest peaked. And okay. He said, yeah, I'll come in tomorrow and I'll bring something. I said, okay. Didn't think much of it. So he came in the next day. He said, just the man. Just the man. I've got this. I said, oh, what the, what's that? I open this. Wow, a load of Amstrad games. Yes, indeed, and these are some interesting games. And the game he was particularly talking about, which I thought was Southern Belle, but it wasn't. It was Evening Star, which I believe is the sequel to, Southern Belle. So it is a train simulator. Indeed, and it's running on my CPC right here, so it loaded up first time, no problems. So we won't be seeing that on Amstrad Live Game Testing because it's already loaded. So that was the game. So I said, well, I can get a ROM of that, easy. So I've got a ROM of that, no problem. It's a CPM game, so that's probably why people had trouble copying it or whatever. I don't know what their story was, but that is in great condition, Evening Star. And I hadn't seen that for a while, a long while. But then I was going through the games, so loads of bloody games. One in particular is pretty bloody amazing, which was fantastic, really. But I digress. And then he says, yeah, I've also got the computer that they run on. Really? Interest peaked double. And he said, yeah, it's got this, it's got the coloured keys on it. I said, that sounds like the Amstrad CPC464. He said, oh, that might be it. Yeah, it might be it. He said, it's got this telly thing with it as well. I said, do you mean a monitor? He said, yeah. I said, what colour is the monitor? He said, and does it display colour? He said, oh yeah, it's a colour monitor and it's a dark grey colour. Really? Interest peaked threefold. Okay, right, now I'm getting a bit excited and a little bit of pee is coming out. So he said, yeah, I'll bring that in tomorrow. Again, I completely forgot about it. I was sitting at work today, sitting there. My other supervisor comes around. He says, there's a guy here out for you. He says, he's looking for you. I said, oh yeah. Went round. There he is again. He said, yeah, come in my van. Come in my van. And not in that way. And lo and behold, he has a 464 there. And I'll show you in a minute, but the condition of this 464 is unfucking believable. I've never seen, since the day I owned one in such good condition. The guy must have he must have mothballed it or frozen it in carbonite or something, because it's incredible. Let's go for the games first, because we've got some decent games in here. We've got some gold clamshells, which is an interesting thing. We've got Amsoft's 3D boxing. These are the gold clamshells are the Amsoft gold logo. So you've got the 3D boxing. I don't think I've ever played that. 3D Grand Prix I've definitely played. So that's going to be an interesting one to put on Amstrad Live Game Testing. And of course 3D chess. Now Cyrus 2 3D chess I actually have already, and I have tested it and it works. But I've got a second copy, so if that loads, then I will be passing it on to more Amstrad fandom. And also in here, we've got another train style game, Express Raider, which I believe this goes by a different name in the US. It is an original arcade game. Someone in the comments when I posted this on Facebook described this as Shinobi on the train. Like snakes on a train, or Shinobi on a train. I haven't ever played this game, and it is a derivative of an arcade machine, so that's going to be an interesting thing to load up, isn't it? And again, big box. There's another little collection of games here, and I'm just going to go through them quickly before I get to the pièce de résistance, of games. So we also have Hunchback, which is one of the parts of the one of the other Amsoft collections, and these tapes are in unbelievable condition. I mean, I don't think that has ever been loaded. The condition of some of these is so good. Look at that, and that's probably showing off the light, but that is, the condition of it is just fucking believable. Roland in Time. I don't have Roland in Time. I do now. Splat, which I vaguely remember playing. Tantium. That's a shoot 'em up. It looks pretty okay. Again, but the condition of these is amazing. Bog standard Sultan's Maze. Got Sultan's Maze, so I'm not going to go massively about that. How about a bit of boobs, eh? Oh, hello. It's got a little strip poker card in there. Sam Fox strip poker. I don't have this. $1.99 bargain for some boobs, eh? React. I love to say react, and you fucking lots of reacting on the Tommy Tanks. But yeah, let's strip this out. Great condition. It's just incredible condition. Some of these. Sam Fox ain't doing too bad either. Oh, got that wrong, haven't I? Goes in there. Right. Ooh, that's what she said. All right. So that's some of these sort of so yeah. Hunchback 2 as well, which is now some of these I think they're part of like an Amstrad pack that I can't remember this Amstrad pack to contain these games, because they're all Amstrad branded and they all say not for resale on them. So there's Hunchback 2 with a black and white cover, and it's honestly it's not a photocopy. It looks like it, but it's actually printed on quality paper, so it's not a photocopy. So it's obviously part of a pack, along with Daley Thompson's Super Test Day 1 and Day 2. Again, all this Amstrad branding is on this. Scrabble, I remember that having Amstrad branding. I do remember Scrabble having Amstrad branding. That's for sure. Trivial Pursuit. Oh, that's going to be fun to play. Scalextrics, the computer edition, because, you know, I don't think a full track and cars would fit in this box. Some of this, I mean, World Baseball Series, I mean, Jesus. On the Imagine label. Again, I know that looks like a photocopy, but trust me, it's not a photo. It's not a photocopy. Look, I'll prove it to you. I'll take it. Look, this is a proper card, and it's a properly printed card. I know it looks like a photocopy, but it's not. So it did throw me for a bit. So I don't remember seeing that. Well, I remember seeing the Scrabble one, but I don't remember seeing that before. A couple more. A Quabala, which is, it's not too bad, that Quabala. Nomad, interesting, a little bit, Nomad's a bit dusty, that's a bit dusty, that's like a bit of a clean. Monopoly, The Doors of Doom, which I do remember playing, I remember playing The Doors of Doom. And finally, I can get it out, and also I remember this one on one of the Amstrad packs as well, Cluedo. But all of these are, apart from that Dusty Nomad, they're in so good condition. They really are. So yeah, amazing, just amazing. Sorry, I'll get to the pièce de résistance. The final one is this big box of Donkey Kong. And the Amstrad version of Donkey Kong is pretty nifty. It's pretty good. So I will be definitely game testing that on Amstrad live game testing on the next edition, I think. Because that's just, you know, amazing. So yeah, I haven't got that, but I do now. So there's plenty of things to get on. You know, a stash of nice games there to get on with. A couple of duplicates there, but not too many. So utterly flabbergasted by that. And then we come to the computer, and of course I was interested mostly in the monitor. Oh, there's a couple of other things as well, and I'll show you in a minute. So excuse me while I lift this up because it's bloody heavy. So there is a CTM644, and I will tell you what. If I do a quick rotation, the quality of it, the care that's been taken of this, it's still got the textures on it. You know, there is little, if any, marks on that. That is incredible to see. It's got a tiny little scratch on the top there. The handles, I've plugged it in, it works. There's a few pictures. I'll slap up a few pictures now for you while I'm talking. That's all fine. I wanted a CTM464, you see, and for CTM464 bollocks, no, CTM644, and I've got one, and because the colour, some people say the colour is better than the CM14, so that is pretty outstanding that I've got that. Yes, I've got rid of it now. It's gone since you saw the pictures. Now the computer itself, I totally mind blown. Of how good this CPC is in. The quality, the condition this CPC is in, it's like new. The only thing missing is the box, honestly. And there she is. Now, I'm going to give you a close-up there because the condition of this is, it's in mint condition. This guy said he's looked after them. He kept them in an air-conditioned room. Because he has quite a few electronic gadgets apparently, and he's kept them in an air-conditioned room, and you can see the difference it's made. I mean, it's incredible. It's been covered in a lint cloth as well. I cover my stuff up as well, of course, and yeah, I've opened the board up as well, and I'll show you a few pictures there. Yeah, it's in incredible condition, just incredible condition. It is it's a later model than this one. It's a later model than this one. This is an original 85 board, or 84 board, should I say, manufactured in 84, I believe, from the last time I checked its serial number. This one is a much later one with a version 3 board, so it's the half-size board, with a few slight configuration changes. So the ports are all on this side, as opposed to the original where the power and the DIN are there, and the expansions are in the middle. The expansions are all over here and the power and the DIN are all over there, and also the joystick and the stereo are on the side as opposed to being in the back, which are on the original. This was an 87. This is an 87, August 87 this was created. This was built in Korea 33 factory. But just the quality of it is the colour definition. The colour definition on these on the decals on the front. I mean, the only thing I can point at is maybe the shine. This is the silver around the logo here has gone a bit, but everything else, the shine on that is fine. The buttons are just perfect. It's the flatter keyboard with the flatter membrane underneath. So I think people used to say it's not as reliable as the older membrane. It's under the keys, but I mean, I've tested it fully. It works absolutely perfectly. How bright is that enter key? Look how bright that is. Look, you compare it to that one. You know, it's just incredible. I will be using this. I'll be hooking it up. I'll be swapping out the CM14 for the CTM644 on Amstrad live game testing next time around, and using this to test the games on. It's so clean in the tape deck. It's unbelievably clean in the tape deck. It's just incredible. and I am going to bunce him a few quid for it, but because I just feel guilty about taking it with no money, so I'm going to bunce him a few quid for it. And I'm going to, I've got a USB stick prepared for him with WinApp emulator on it, with all the game ROMs I've got, including Evening Star, so he can continue his training action. The last things that came with it were the guidebook for it, the original instruction user manual, which this is the unbound, ring-bound version. This is the printed, you know, with the spine. So I've got two copies of that now. And the last thing, which was impressive to say the least, and I hadn't seen it in years, a boxed, barely used Amstrad Model JY2 joystick in a box. I mean, these joysticks are shit. They are legendary shit. There she is. But the fact that I got a boxed one is a bit dusty, and it's tiny, and it's extremely tight still, you know. But they do break, especially if you're doing, you know, that kind of stuff on the Daily Thompson lark. They do break, and they are small, and they are, yeah, a little bit dinky. But it's just incredible to see one after all these years. There's the double expansion there in the back. But boxed and barely used and still tight, you know. It's just I never thought I wouldn't have gone out of my way. I would have gone out of my way to get a JY2 because of the reasons they are shit. But the fact that something just lands in my lap and it's boxed is, for a collector, for an Amstrad collector like me, is just pretty amazing. So, you know, I'm thinking of putting the yeah, you guys move. Oh, Mario's gone for a burden there. Right, move these guys aside a bit. And the JY2 can go proudly there. I think that's where I'll keep it as a sort of memento. Put Mario back up. Oh, where are you going to go? Go there. Oh, go over it. No, I've got so many fucking Mario bloody statues. Anyway, we're not talking about bleeding Nintendo. We're talking about Amstrad. Amazing stuff. Yeah, great. It's just more Amstrad goodness to the collection. 2 CPCs now. And because it's a vastly different model to that one, it's like having 2 different computers, sort of. And yeah, the only really thing I'm on the lookout for now are 2 GX4000s, 2 464s, the monitors, the green screen over there. The only thing I really want now is a 6128 Plus and possibly an original 6128. That's pretty much it, and then I'm happy with what Amstrad stuff I have. So, to that gentleman who gave me all these goodies, I say thank you very much. And I also say sorry about not putting anything on that screen. I was going to hook up a console, but I've got the other Amstrad down here, so it'd be in the way. Yeah, just happy times, good times, and how lucky am I? But this is the thing, I think, is that so often you find that the most randomest of people have something stashed in their loft or stashed in a room somewhere. They don't really know what it is, they don't really know its value, they don't know that there's a big following for it, certainly. And it's just sitting there, mothballed, and one day it comes out and excites the user that it ends up with. The user. Gonna fucking jack up or something. Right, sorry about that. The battery on the camera just randomly ran out. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know when that cut off, so we'll see what happened in the edit there. Yeah, many of these retro stuff is like sitting in people's lofts and basements and mothballed, like I said, waiting to be discovered. And I discovered one. I discovered this absolute darling of a gem. And I would do the old lick thing, but I don't want to do that to this one because it's so good, in good condition. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Sorry about the battery cutting out on my phone. A very, very, very happy Amstrad Nova Bug. Out.